Stolen by Howard. Payton against Beverly. In the corner, Harden drills the baseline jumper. Harden's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Pick by Vucevic. Freak. The offensive rebound. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 this quarter.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Beasley, the pass to Harden. Here's Brewer. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Brewer's got 9 points here in the second half. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Harden outside. Vucevic with the block. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Howard. And that one's good. Freak. Harden with it. Beasley the screen. In the corner, it's Brewer. Three-pointer. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Payton kicks to Freak. The high post shot. The shot is off. And Houston the other way now. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Harden. Vucevic with the block. Here's Freak. Shoots it up. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. There's the feed to Beverly. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. The Magic trail by 13. Here's Freak. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
What a game we've seen here for Freak. He's got 19 rebounds and some big-time point production as well.
He's just been impossible to contain. He's been unreal in this game.
Utterly fantastic is how I would categorize that performance, Greg.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Fournier's checked in for Oladipo. And it's Jennings in for Elfrid Payton. Here's Freak. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Freak's got 54 points. Rockets leading by 9. Felton dishes to Beasley. He feeds it to Harden. Houston moving it around. Brewer nailed from three-point land. Brewer's got 10 points in the quarter.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Screen by Howard. The 3 from Harden. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic trail by 10. Freak with it. Now Felton defending. And it goes through once again. Nice hit there from Freak. Freak's got 58.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
6 of their last 10 points have come by way of the two-pointer.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Jennings kicks to Freak. Tries it from 19. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. They get it again. Here's Beasley. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
It's been a nice game for Michael Beasley. He's got 14.
When the team is struggling like you guys have been, how do you avoid negative thoughts getting in your head?
Ain't no negative thoughts going on in my head. Look, you need to check yourself before you start popping off about what's in the man's mind, yo. Next question.
Any reason you had such a hard time taking care of the ball tonight?
There's no excuse. I just gotta be more deliberate with the choices I make. You get careless with the ball in this league and teams will make you pay. And that's on me.
I saw your longtime girlfriend, Yvette Mendenhall, was in attendance at the game today. So when are you going to get her a ring?
Whoa. I didn't know we were going to get all personal up in here tonight. If there's anything I learned after my first season in the NBA, is that it's best to keep my personal life private. So that's what I'm going to do. Me and Yvette are happy, just like we've always been. She means the world to me, and that's all I'm going to say. All right, I'm out.
All right, fellas, let's change it up for a bit. How many threes can you make in a minute? Freak, start it up. We gotta be better at containing the basketball. Let's set up in some one-on-one full court. You know the drill. Intensity. Intensity!
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, it's been a rough ride for them so far. We're a decent ways into the season now, and they're still stuck on one win. They've got nowhere to go but up. At least they can say that much. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan in the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year. They're splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. Two elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post, and it's Freak in at the 3 slot.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And Freak's agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives and how he gets deals done. that's not for you and I to debate?
No.
You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Don. And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court, Clark, whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step. And Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it. So that shouldn't come as any surprise.
Now Thomas following the three-point attempt by Freak. Johnson sends the screen for Thomas. There's the dish to Johnson. Lots of room. Shot by Crowder, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
From deep three-point range, again from deep, the three-pointer good from Freak. Freak's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Magic. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
It's Bradley on the wing. Corner shot. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Bradley's got his first point. Points of the night.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Here's Freak. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now Thomas. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee. A three ball. Bradley can't get it to go. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Freak from deep three-point range. Missed it, shooting 50% at 3 for 6. Bradley kicks to Olynyk. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Thomas passes to Johnson. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
A long windup and a strong follow-through on that one-hand jam.
He's not going to mess that one up for sure.
I sure hope not.
And it's Freak missing. Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
And if there's one aspect of the game that really stood out for me, it was the rebounding. Basketball's about possessions, and you saw a noticeable difference in terms of the effort both teams were putting forth.
Simply got outworked under the boards, guys. I mean, that's the no-brainer of the deal. I mean, they got pushed around all game long.
From deep, the long-distance three is buried. Freak's got 12.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now we'll go to DB, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
He talked a little bit about their defensive mindset, saying essentially that they're willing to sacrifice a little bit of space on the interior if it allows them to stay tight on their outside shooters. He said, listen, it's no secret they like to attack you from long range. That's what we're looking to stop tonight.
Thank you, Doris. Devising a strategy, Clark, to take away that three-point shot.
Yeah, I think it's an important part of your defensive game plan because teams nowadays are just too good to not defend them from behind the three-point line.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but, man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss. From deep, the long-distance three is buried. Freak's got 18 points in the game.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming on the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA scoring-wise. Freak number 1.
And all you have to do